Okay, I think the camera's working again. Pride. The empty presumption which trusts in the stability of earthly things. An insolent and empty assurance which trusts in its own power and resources, and could also shamefully despise and violate divine laws and human rights. It's different to do a good job and have pride in a job well done. It's different to go to your mom's daycare and teach the kids some Jedi moves with the lightsabers and then have them explain it to their parents. Do a good job, probably a better job than I did, of those same said Jedi moves. Pride of this life is I was invited tonight to it was called a business meeting, and I was doing it sort of as a favor for somebody. I had to wear a button-up shirt, which I didn't like. I don't like sleeves at all, really. But this guy stood up there and was equating time and money with being the means by which we can accomplish different goals. And some of the goals he named were not necessarily bad. To want to be able to take care of your family, to want to be out of debt. But he also said, you know what? Some of you want to have a ministry and you don't have the vehicles for it. You don't have the time or the money for it. And needless to say, I did not care very much for the meeting. Did not care for the idea that this fellow was telling all of us, actually, that we needed time and money to have a ministry, when I don't really recall Jesus having a lot of money in his ministry. Part of the program was you do very minimal work, so you've got a lot of extra time. And Christ had a lot of extra time. He wasn't tied down during his ministry, having to worry about paying his mortgage, because he just went without living in a house. And it was prideful. He gave me a great example of what pride of this life is. To think that, yeah, you know what, I want to start a ministry, so I'm going to sign up with this program because I'm going to have a bunch of extra money and a bunch of extra time for it. For me, pride of this life is just trusting in anything to be there. And Christ told us, worry not about tomorrow. We've got today's troubles. When Christ describes nature, how the birds don't plant fields, how they don't harvest, how they don't have to dig the irrigation pipes and fix valves. He provides for them. No, this wasn't. He said Jesus a couple times. He said God a couple times. And ministry a couple times. I don't even know if I could say Christian business. This wasn't a Christian business meeting or anything. But this man was trying to sell the idea to people that it's up to you to make your own way to do the things that you want to do, when that's not the case at all. Christ subjected himself to us. He became a servant. He washed the disciples' feet. He didn't have to go and make some more money and recruit 6 friends to make money, and then they each recruit 6 friends, and before we know it, exponential growth has occurred. Which, by the way, he did not use that term. I don't know if that man would have known that term. But pride of this life, people don't get pensions at work anymore. They're going bye-bye. So the pride that you could have had after 30 years of service to your employer, having a pension, having the retirement money you put away, having Social Security, those things are going away. We don't know. It's uncertainty. But we're not supposed to love those things. We're not supposed to be content with those things. If those things are the things that makes our heart feel good, then the love of God is not in us. Then they are getting in the way of caring for people. They're getting in the way of having compassion for people. They are us fulfilling what we think, providing ourselves with the feelings we want. When we have no idea at all what tomorrow can bring. I didn't know when I woke up today that I'd tear my voice up screaming and yelling the songs all day in my car. But whatever. It happened. Things happen. Life happens. I didn't know that my car was going to have the clutch go out. And then a couple of weeks later, one of my tires was going to blow. I didn't know my water line was going to freeze in the kitchen. But they happened. And, okay. Alright, God, these things have happened. What am I supposed to do? What are you trying to show me? What am I supposed to learn?